A few weeks ago, I went to Otakuthon, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to wear cosplay, so I casually threw on this hat. While I was there, surprisingly enough, people started approaching me and asking about this hat. I was genuinely surprised by how many people told me they fuck with the design and were genuinely interested in purchasing a hat. And people kept asking me, where can I get one? Every single time I had to give them the same answer: you can't. Because I designed this hat by myself back in 2022 when I was trying to start my first clothing brand. I ended up dropping the idea after a bunch of random BS started happening behind the scenes, and honestly, I just kept it pushing. But being there at Otakuthon, having complete strangers approach me and ask me where can they buy something that I designed 4 years ago, it made me realize something. This is definitely something I should have seen through to the end. My channel, the Z Project, is about documenting my journey of growth and the challenges that life throws at me while also being transparent through it all. And honestly, not only do I see this as another opportunity to keep chasing my dreams, but I also see this as an opportunity to see something through to the end. With that being said, from this day forward, I'm going to be documenting my journey of starting this clothing brand again from scratch. But this time around, I'm going to be taking you guys with me and making sure I see this thing through to the end. All right, so this is a fresh concept. I'm not too sure how this is going to look. And considering the fact that I already started doing some things behind the scenes for my clothing brand, like the revamp of the clothing brand, I'm going to spend this first episode of this series walking you guys through the steps I've already started taking behind the scenes. All right, so the first things first, okay? No. All right, so step 1 of this journey, okay? I needed to get in contact with my manufacturer from 4 years ago who made me this original sample, and 1, see if they're still in business, and 2, see if they're still willing to work with me, okay? Um I messaged the manufacturer, um and I asked him, "Hey, how's it going? I know it's been a while, but there's been a recent interest in the hats. Da da da. Like, I wanted to know what the MOQs are looking like. Which MOQs? I'll put a definition of what it stands for on the screen. I wanted to know what the MOQs are looking like. I wanted to know what the prices are looking like. You feel me? Just to kind of understand what kind of ballpark I'm in and whether they're still the same as they are from 4 years ago to now. You know." Because 4 years ago, I remember the prices were pretty reasonable. After speaking with my first manufacturer, not only did the prices go up, but the MOQ also went up. He no longer was allowing me to make an order for 25 hats. They said 50 hats minimum. Okay. Um, Me personally, when I first contacted them, I was already inspired from Otakuthon, so I wanted to get to designing. I wanted to make this original black colorway, and then I wanted to see if I can maybe make another colorway and have my first drop be 2 main colors, you know? But because he already bumped the MOQ up to 50, and he's also telling me I'm not allowed to do 25 of one color, 25 of another color to equal 50. So essentially, I guess I was shit out of luck with them. I tried to bargain with them. They told me we can give you a better price on the 50, but 50 is 50 and you're gonna have 50 per color. And because this is a fresh concept, yes, there is some demand. Some of the people from Otakuthon even followed me on Instagram and said, "Hey, I can't wait for the hats to come out." But it's not enough for me to want to invest into a 50 MOQ. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I had to go back on the hunt for another manufacturer. Now, finding a manufacturer is not fun. It is not fun at all. When you find a good manufacturer, you want to hold on to this manufacturer. You want to have the best relationship with this manufacturer, and you feel me, try your best to not annoy them and have a good business relationship with them, okay? Because finding a manufacturer is not easy. So far, I found about 3 separate companies that I'm potentially interested in. Um, but I started off with the first one because there was one that had the best price. Um, they had the best price, but their MOQ was not where I wanted it to be. So I put them on the back burner. There was one that had a higher price, but technically the price was still lower than my original manufacturer, which is good. It was almost half the price of my original manufacturer. Plus, they were allowing me to do 25 MOQs, you know? Not to mention the sample prices were good. And for you guys that don't know, this would be considered a sample. It's just one hat where they demonstrate what the product is going to look like before mass producing the product. Um, as you can see, I have these hats back here on the shelf. I also designed these. These were my second hat design that I designed in 2025. Here, hold on. Let me show you guys some of them. Yeah, so these are my second hat designs. The color is not showing too well, but this is brown on brown, light brown on dark brown. I also have a blue, you feel me? It says F my potential, love me first. There's the vine again, the flowers again. This is kind of like my signature style that I like to do with my designs and my clothes. This hat definitely has a deeper meaning. I was trying to make a statement piece with this hat, you know. If you guys fuck with the hat designs, let me know, man. Let me know. But yeah, those are some examples of samples, okay? They're one of ones that the factory makes to show you the quality that they're gonna give you. As you can see, the quality of the hats are very high quality. The stitching is amazing. I was very happy with my last manufacturer. All 4 of these hats were all made by the same manufacturer. So no, I did not want to lose my relationship with them at all, you know. But anyways, so yeah, the company I'm messaging now, I sent the design with them. I had a new design change that I wanted to try to input as a sort of a updated design. I wanted to do like a under brim print, but they told me with the foam hat it's not possible. Da da da. So it's definitely something I'm gonna do, just not with this hat. I'm gonna keep this hat simple. This is the design everyone said they liked. This is the design everyone said they wanted. So this is the design I'm just gonna go with. You feel me? I paid this new manufacturer for the sample. I paid them up front. We had our quick conversation. They showed me some videos and pictures of other hats that they've made and the quality of the products that they've made, and I felt comfortable enough to try and move forward making a sample with them, you know. So right now they started working on that sample. They are working on it as we speak. I could show you guys some pictures of them kind of scaling, trying to scale the design, trying to make sure the hat looks the way it's supposed to, you know. So we had a bit of a back and forth about that. I sent them proper measurements to make sure everything looks the way it's supposed to look, you know, and hopefully I hear back from them within this next week. Okay, so episode 2 is gonna be me actually receiving the pictures of the samples from them, okay, and whatever steps we have to take in terms of deliberation from the moment I received those sample pictures, okay? Because there have been times in the past where I would receive my sample pictures and I would be like, hey, this stitch is loose, or it's diagonal, it's not supposed to be this way. Oh, I noticed the cuffs are not the same cuffs from the mock-up I gave you. I can't accept this sample, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's deliberation that you have to go through when you're trying to make something like this happen, you know? If we're the luckiest people on earth, We will get this done on our first try, okay? On our first try. Technically speaking, these hats right here were technically done on the first try. I got super lucky with my first manufacturer. They ended up being super good. They got the designs perfect, the scaling perfect the first time around on every single design I've given them. So if these guys can match those guys' steez, I'm gonna be super happy, super happy. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy, you feel me? This is the first step in the journey of us relaunching our clothing brand and starting a clothing business. You know, this is going to be a journey, and this is just episode 1. So if you guys are along here for the journey, I really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of the hats, of the designs, if you guys like them. If I drop, would you consider purchasing them? You feel me? And I really appreciate the support you guys have been showing me lately on my recent videos, like the loner video and my scripted videos. I am trying to practice delivering my scripts more naturally, because I know right now it doesn't sound as natural, but it's something I'm new at. You know, I'm working at it. I'm trying my best. Man, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, okay? This is Zed Project, the Zed Project, and this is project number 1. We are designing, okay? This is our design journey. Pretty soon we're gonna be looking into our, you feel me, health goals, financial journeys, etc. So if you guys are here for the ride, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, which is gonna be a video essay.